Namaste. I'm Naveli Deshmukh and I come from the lands of Ajanta and Ellora, tourism and historic capital of my state Maharashtra, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. I studied in so-called the education capital of India, Pune, and after winning Miss India crown and completing my MBA from Mumbai University, I can proudly call Mumbai my home, so I pretty much grew up in all three cities. I would like to say की छत्रपती संभाजीनगरनी मला संस्कृती शिकवली, पुण्याने मला शिक्षण दिलं आणि मुंबईने मला घडवलं. So all three cities are very close to me. Today, I will be talking about this very interesting topic, which is questioning the obvious. And it is not very new to me because even as a kid, I've always been that kid who had a lot of questions and who was always very curious. And of course, growing up in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, I was surrounded by art, history, culture, Ajanta Ellora Caves, which is the World Heritage UNESCO site. And it instilled in me the values of culture. When I was in my primary school, I got fascinated by this dance form called Bharatnatyam. Bharatnatyam is Indian classical dance form. And there was a class near my house, and I would see my seniors or the girls who would go to that class in this beautiful costumes. They had amazing ghungroos, the hair, makeup, Natya Shastra, Guru Shishya Parampara, everything fascinated me. And I thought that I want to learn this. So one day I just went to my mom and I said, Mom, I want to learn Bharatnatyam, please enroll me in this class. My mom was quite surprised because I was quite young, and she felt that out of all the dances, all the dance forms, I want to learn Bharatnatyam. So she was more than happy and she just enrolled me in this dance class, and I started learning about our Indian culture. So Bharatnatyam was originally started by Lord Shiva. He is considered to be the lord of Indian classical dance forms. And I learned so much about our Indian culture through it. And luckily I had amazing gurus and the teachers who taught me a lot of things about this beautiful art form. Parallelly, I was extremely passionate about sports. So just like I was learning my Bharatnatyam, I was also passionate about sports, and I started playing basketball. And I got so fond of it that I started playing it every day. See, I have to mention that my mom has been instrumental in every step of my life, and she has been amazing, phenomenal support system to me, but she was very clear that I'm going to support you in your extracurriculars as long as you're balancing your academics, your studies well with your dancing and sports. As long as you're doing that, we are good. And I felt it's a fair deal, so I had to now balance all these three things, and I did it quite well. But my teachers and my friends were quite confused because in my school or the friends with whom I grew up with, my teachers felt that I was a good student. So they felt that I'm just wasting my time in sports and dance, and my friends also told me, what you're doing, just start preparing for engineering or becoming a doctor, you're just wasting your time. I clearly remember that day. I questioned the obvious and I stuck to what felt right to me. I truly feel that if you manage your time well, you can do everything. And if there is a will, there is a way. So, discarding all of these narratives that were thrown on me, I decided to continue with my passions, balance my studies to the best of my abilities, and I went with the flow. Just because I questioned the obvious, just because I was true to what felt right to me at that point, that decision led me to play 12 state tournaments, 2 nationals in basketball and netball, and I went on to represent India at the international dance festivals which were held in Turkey and China. So not just this, but because of this, the government of Maharashtra that year awarded me with the State Youth Award, and this very day I remember telling it to myself that no matter what I do in my life, I'll do my best to contribute towards the youth empowerment, just the way people around me encouraged me towards what I was doing. He's our former CM, and that encouragement was there in my head. But now, after this, I remember I was in 11th and 12th. So it was my board exam times, and just like you all, I had PCMB. So I gave all the engineering entrances and medical entrances, and I got a medical college. So I was very sure that even though I got a medical seat, I do not want to continue it. So I convinced my mom. I said, listen, I gave it my all. I did all of these things, but I'm really passionate about business, and I want to follow my creative pursuits. So whether it's dancing, whether, I don't know where it will lead me, but I was clear about my decision. So thankfully, after a lot of convincing, everything was okay at home. My mom also agreed to it. So I got enrolled in business administration. I was studying in Pune, and one fine day, I get a call from Miss India Scout team. So after that call, I decided that I'm going to enter Miss India pageant. And I just had this thing in my mind that I'll just learn something. I'll just meet a lot of people from different parts of India. I'll learn something new, and with that mindset, I just went. And I ended up winning the crown at Miss India Universe pageant. Lara Datta was my mentor. I met the most amazing people in the world I thought were so cool, and most of them are my friends now, but it all started with a small attempt to do something new, to learn something new. Around this time, again, a lot of questions were put on me, and I started pursuing MBA because I had promised my mom that I'm interested in business. Don't worry, I'm going to finish my education. Even after I won it, I had to convince that ki education hoga, don't worry. So I started pursuing my MBA, but a lot of people had a lot of questions. Okay, dancing, sports, Miss India. Now, Miss India opened plethora of opportunities for me, whether it was working as a showstopper for various fashion weeks, be it Lakme Fashion Week. I went on to the London Fashion Week. I also was on the cover of many magazines, the top magazines of India. And of course, my friends and peers were a little bit confused. What are you going to do? Like, can you please tell us what? So many fields. Again, I told them, listen, you have to question the obvious. You have to ask, you have to tell that you can do everything. If you have good time management skills, and if your heart is pure, your intent is correct, you can do it all. So after experiencing all of it, I still love modeling. I still do it whenever I get some time, but I always felt that there is more to life. I always felt that there is more that you can do towards the society, towards the upliftment of your society. There are so many issues that are going on in the world. And after the crowning, the government of Maharashtra appointed me. This has happened for the first time in the history, that they appointed me as their NSS, National Service Scheme Youth Ambassador, where I worked with more than 5 lakh youth volunteers. I'm sure your campus also has NSS unit, and I believe I worked with some of the volunteers. And we worked on various causes, whether it was adoption of villages, whether it was women's empowerment, whether it was going to the remote parts of Maharashtra and figuring what is lacking there, bridging the gap between making sure that the policies that the government has are reaching to the people. So we tried a bit in this process, and it was the most fulfilling experience for me. When we talk about this topic, questioning the obvious, and when we look at our history, right, the greatest of the leaders and greatest of the scientists, whether it's Sir Isaac Newton, whether it's Albert Einstein, whether it's our great freedom fighters, or it's our Jyotiba Phule ji or Savitribai Phule ji, these eminent personalities who fought for so many they made sure that they created history by questioning the obvious. I'm sure it was very difficult at that time. When I talk about Jyotiba Phule ji and Savitribai Phule ji, they started the first women's and girls' school in Pune in India. And this was some time back. Quite some time has been passed since then. And to kind of question the narratives and to question what is happening in the society, to question why girls cannot study at that time must be a big deal. Today, if you're seeing me standing here talking to all of you, or if many of girls are sitting here and studying, we owe it to them because they questioned at that time, and we are experiencing and enjoying the fruits of their labor. So questioning the obvious is very important, and we can learn so much from these great leaders. Today I stand here as the Tourism Youth Ambassador for Maharashtra government, and as I spoke about my journey that I have been working with many youth volunteers, more than 5 lakh youth volunteers since many years. I have taken the opportunity and initiative to combine them with the responsibility that I have today as the Tourism Youth Ambassador and promote more on sustainability aspect. Because sustainable tourism is something which is very close to my heart. India is very beautiful. Our state Maharashtra is very beautiful, and it's our responsibility to make sure that the places are beautiful, we are conserving them, we are making sure that they are cleaner and greener. So we are trying our best to create awareness in that. I'm also associated with many such organizations, but one of the organization or the state I would like to mention is I'm also working with Ministry of Chhattisgarh. Now Chhattisgarh is more than 40% is forest area, and you can see many people there are tribals. So Chhattisgarh Ministry has a brand, and this brand specifically focuses on empowering women, the tribal women of that area, where they make products right from the forest. Not only we are providing them employment, but we are also boosting the women empowerment in that section. So I'm very proud to be associated with such initiatives and leading it with a lot of strength. Today, I'm standing here as a TEDx speaker, and most of the people in the audience, I can see youngsters, and India is considered to be one of the most populated country in the world, but our strength is our youth population. So I want to urge all of you that we as youngsters, we have to ask right questions. We have to ask the questions that are important. Why are we not asking questions like why the air quality is bad? Why there is soil erosion? Why there is climate change? These are obvious questions that must be asked because it's high time now. The world is going towards the development, and this is not my tourism department issue or city issue or state issue or national issue. This is a global issue, and the time is to start acting now. And how can we do this? How can we create an impact? I would like to suggest 3 ways for it. Number 1, making sure that we are limiting the usage of plastic. Number 2, I believe in 3 R's: reuse, redo, recycle. And number 3, we must plant trees. Lot of people might say that मेरे अकेले करने से क्या ही हो जाएगा. I feel that you have to be the change that you wish to see in the world. And you must have heard about butterfly effect, compound effect, I'm sure. So that is very powerful. I believe that even if one person decides and creates a positive impact, it has ripple effects. So with that, with this positive message, I would like to thank all of you for having me here. And I hope with this, you believe in yourself, you figure out what you love doing, you stick to it, and question the narratives that, that are stopping you from doing something that is meaningful and purposeful. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.